everyone! So I just finished outlining my own novel and it's time to get started on helping you plan your novel for NaNoWriMo. The days are counting down and soon we will be writing and I am so excited to start this novel. So today I thought we'd talk about just outlining your novel and the different ways that you can do it. I do suggest that you outline your novel. And why should you outline? Here's why. It helps avoid inconsistencies. If you don't outline your novel, then you could have something happen in the novel that doesn't match up with something that happened in another chapter, and that creates inconsistencies, and it's not, of course, very professional if you have all of these inconsistencies. Also, it helps you avoid writer's block. I mean, you'll still probably get writer's block at some point, but it lessens how much you'll get it, because while you're writing it under so much pressure, you might not be able to think, what should I write next? If you outline your novel, then you really would know what happens next. And it also makes your story more realistic, because the more real you make it to yourself by outlining and getting to know your characters, getting to know the story, and having it memorized, not in the sense that you're taking a test, because this isn't a test, but just knowing it, being able to answer any question that may come up, being able to know what your characters want to do next and how they would react, makes it more real to you, and the more real it is to you, the more realistic it'll be to the audience in the end then. I do want to mention that I do suggest you outline your characters before you outline your novel, which I did a character description video, and you can check it out here. The reason I suggest this is you would more likely understand how you want your story to go and how things would progress if you understand how your characters would react in the situations you put them in, and you know how they react based on how you describe them in your character descriptions. The better you know your characters, the better you'll know your story. So here are some different ways that you can outline. Number one, just simply take a notebook and outline it chapter by chapter. This is my favorite way to do it, and I did that here. I took chapter 2 and I just named off some things that happened. She gets another day off. The ceremony was on Saturday. Today is Sunday, before she starts training for her new job. And it goes on, and then I also have the next day starts training. Miles asks Alex why she chose a security job, and he complains a lot about having to do dirty work. Of course, you don't understand what's going on, but that's, basically what I'm talking about. Another way for you to outline is called the Snowflake Method. You start with some simple description, like for my novel, the next day starts training. You take a sentence like that, something very simple, then you expand it. The next day, Alex, who just graduated from school, starts training for her new job. Then you add more to it. The next day, Alex, who just graduated from school, starts training for her new job as a security officer with her new partner, Miles. You just keep expanding more and more and adding more sentences, adding more description. The other method is using Post-it notes and just writing scenes on the Post-it notes. In the chapter I have, she meets with her friends at the park. So talking about that would be just one scene on one Post-it note, and then the next day starting training, that would be a whole other Post-it note. And then once you have your scenes, all you have to do is order them together. I did that actually for the script I have to do for my script writing class, and it really does work well. Another way is literally just free writing. Write down every idea you have for your novel. Write down what you want your characters to do. I always free write and outline it by chapters, because I want to get ideas down that I have in my head before I outline so that I don't forget them. But you can do literally just free writing and getting down every idea you want to happen, and then just keeping that list of ideas and putting it in the order you would write it in the novel. You can also do the skeletal outlines, which are the outlines you more than likely did for a research paper at some time. And basically you would do the outline based on the dramatic structure, this is what it'd look like. All you have to do is outline the exposition, the rising action, the climax. the falling action, and then the resolution. And also, if you're interested, they do actually have pre-writing software out there that you can use. Scrivener is one of the most popular ones. I've never used it, but it actually looks really good, and I might, for my next novel that I write next year, actually go ahead and use that. But the software just helps you outline your novel and organize it before you start writing it, so you can check that out as well if you're interested. Just outline based on what works best for you. The chapter by chapter method works for me, but you never know. Maybe you like the Postit method. Maybe you'd rather use Scrivener to do it for you. I mean, it's all up to you. Just do what works best for you. And I am interested to see how much your characters have come along and how much you've developed your story. So feel free to leave comments below letting me know how your story's turning out. I'm interested to hear. But the days are counting down, and I really can't wait to start this novel. I'll have another video next week, and I'll be starting to do my book reviews next week and getting back into those before the end of the month. Just subscribe for all those awesome videos heading your way, and happy pre-writing! Bye!